It's early morning in Nakhon Si Tammarat. The pale moon still hangs over the city's most famous temple. Here, a tooth relic of the Buddha is watched over by monks. In a nearby village, farmer Wancha Tsumdang gets ready to leave for work. It's about 7 kilometers from his house to his fruit orchard, and it's not an easy route. Farmers here in southeast Thailand grow little rice. They've specialised in vegetables and fruit.
These are two of the fruits that I grow here, the sweet and sour mangosteen and the yellow durian. It's delicate but has a strong fragrance. Both sell well. Mangosteen gets me €3 a kilogram and durian €1.50.
Irrigation is the problem. By the end of the dry season, water is scarce.
This is my reservoir. During the rainy season, it fills up on its own. The water trickles down the slope and irrigates the fruit trees. During the dry season, I have to tap river water and feed it over here through these pipes.
Water is a problem for everyone here, so the farmers in this village have joined forces. With help from the German development aid agency, GIZ, they're building a weir. It's meant to slow the river down as it flows towards the ocean. The sacks aren't made of plastic, but of biodegradable cassava starch.
All the villagers are behind this project to solve our water problem. We tried it before with cement, but that's a dead material that's destroyed by the water. And that's why we're using bamboo and other natural material. That's why we call it a living weir.
The weir slows the river down so that more water trickles into the surrounding nature, allowing it to rejuvenate. Saplings on the edge of the dam will hopefully take root and lend further support to the living weir. The local community is strengthened by work together on the project. Everyone pitches in, though some aren't here by choice.
I'm doing community work because I failed a drug test, but I think it's quite cool to help here with my friends.
Then an important man turns up on the site. Successful businessman Somdek Konkewa ensures that the work gets done in the right way. He's highly respected by those in the village. He says the dam is meant to hold back the floods during the monsoon. That would prevent fertile soil being washed away into the ocean. And during the dry season, it should help to raise the water table. Somdek says nature can regenerate itself, but only if we humans work in harmony with it. The dam builders get support from scientists. A little way upstream, a water expert shows his students the results of erosion. A massive landslide years ago built a natural dam. The scientist studies the impact of such river fortifications.
Of course, there are downsides too. If the river flows more slowly, there might be more mosquitoes that transmit diseases. But then there might be more fish that eat their larvae. We have to understand how the ecosystem works. Then we can respond to the dangers.
Monoculture cropping is a danger for the water cycle. The lush greenery here is actually rubber plantations. The rubber trees take a lot of water from the soil. Rawat Prechawai inherited a large rubber plantation from his father, but he didn't want to be a rubber producer. So he cut down the trees and cultivated a real forest instead.
I finance my forest project by selling fruit. These longan here are not quite ripe yet. Do you see the ants? They prove that we don't use any chemicals. Everything is completely organic. We might have to wait for a few days until they're ripe and sweet as sugar.
His neighbour stuck with rubber. Business isn't good right now. 1 kilogram of the sticky sap fetches just 1.25 euros. The trees on the plantation are in neat rows, a sign of monoculture and not biodiversity.
If you compare the ecosystems, the soil on a rubber plantation is much drier than that in my forest. The roots of the rubber trees don't go deep into the earth either. A strong storm can uproot them. But the sturdier trees with their stronger roots in my forest can withstand storms.
Meanwhile, work continues on the dam. Now, school children are lugging the sacks. Many are simply enjoying the cool water. By the late afternoon, the weir is deserted. Farmer Wanchat Samdang wants to check progress.
We began working on this dam early this year. We finished almost 80%. I think by the end of the year we'll be done. And then all the villages at the Thadi River here will benefit from our living weir.
Now the sky is heavy with rain, and soon it begins pouring down. The first big monsoon of the year has come.